Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm JC. Today is the continuation of my kitchen timer method experiment, part 2. Um, in this video, you will see how the experiment went on day 2 and day 3, Tuesday and Wednesday. I will tell you, it was a bit challenging. And I thought the first day was challenging enough, but Tuesday was an earlier day for me, which was a struggle on the sleep end. And it just, I don't mean that to say that there weren't really great things that I've taken from this experiment, because there were. I think I may change some things around in the new year, but I'll share that with you on the other side of this. But for now, I will let you see how day 2 and day 3 went for me, and see you on the other side. Good morning. I'm already behind schedule because it is 8:07. I was supposed to actually wake up at 7 o'clock, 7:30 at the latest. So I'm gonna jump right into my first hour sprint, and I'll be back. Okay, so sprint number 1 is done. A bit of a struggle this morning because Tuesday mornings is my earlier morning. So I have to leave the house earlier than I normally do on Monday and Wednesday. So I had to get up even earlier to make sure I got an hour in before I left the house this morning. So this first sprint was a bit of a struggle for me this morning because I was so sleepy. I had to really resist the urge to fall asleep at my desk while typing. So I didn't get as many words on the first sprint. I got 1,036 words as opposed to my sprint yesterday, my hour sprint yesterday, which I got 1,500 words. So um, being a little sleep deprived definitely makes a difference. 500 word difference to be exact, but luckily I am going to be working in the draft again, probably for the last sprint. The second sprint I'm going to work in finishing up the outline when I come back, and I think the third sprint I'm going to actually open the When Love Calls draft. This will be interesting because I'm not used to working in 2 different drafts on the same day. So we'll see how that goes. It may be a very bad decision, but we'll see. Yeah. But I'm going to go get ready now to head out. Not gonna lie, I may lay down for like 5 minutes because I'm still feeling sleepy. But yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so as typical fashion for me, nothing goes as planned. I'm not just getting back in the house. I've been back a little before 1. That means I should have already started my second sprint, but I have not. And I am behind, and I was trying to get the rest of the other 3 sprints before I have to go back and get her, and now that looks like that's not going to happen. So I'm going to start the second sprint, take a 15-minute break, and hopefully I'll get to do the third sprint before I have to leave. I am also waiting for my lunch. So somewhere in the midst of this second sprint, I will be going to get my lunch because I'm hungry. Yeah. Time management is another thing I need to work on in the new year, but it's neither here nor there. Let's get to work, shall we? Okay, so a little behind again. I laid down for 10 minutes. I literally set a timer for 10 minutes, in which I did doze off. And then I went to clean up the kitchen for like a hot second. And now I am 10 minutes past the time I was supposed to start my last sprint. 12 minutes actually, because it's 3:12. But anyway, here we go. 3rd hour-long sprint. And yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Okay, sprint number 3 done. I got 850 new words in When Love Calls, and that was surprisingly not that hard to jump back into that project, even though I hadn't worked on When Love Calls since September. But I'll explain more about that when I get back. Gotta go head up this road to get the job. Bye. Okay, just got back in the house. Getting ready to do my last hour-long sprint for the day. Trying to get it in before the actual stream tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna work again on Mackenzie Brown book 4, and yeah, I'll talk about the switching projects afterwards. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Day 2 of the experiment went, I would say it went fairly well. Um, as far as productivity, I actually, believe it or not, got more words written across a couple of different projects. Actually, I got a total of 3,606 words for the entirety of the sprints. Um, Two sprints were in the Mackenzie Brown Book 4 novel, which totaled up to 1,824 words. One of the sprints was the outline. I'm almost finished. You got 932 words in that. And then I went back to When Love Calls and got 850 words in that novel, which I was surprised at how fairly easy it was. Not easy, but um, it felt good to jump back into Autumn's world. And I, I read over like the last page and a half that I had written, and after doing that, I could jump in. It helps also that I left off in a scene that wasn't quite finished, which is why I do that. Um, so yeah, that felt good. Now maybe I am a project hopper, or maybe I have the potential to be. Which I know Esther and Nia would completely love. So like, ooh, I think I could hop some projects now, maybe. But the struggle for me was the getting up earlier, because I got up. Well, I had set an alarm for 8 something. I mean, no, I had set an alarm for 7, and yeah, that didn't go quite as planned. So I ended up sitting down at about 8:15 ish and working for an hour before I even left the house. So, and it was a struggle even with the coffee. Tuesday, well, coffee doesn't really actually do what I think it does for me. Not unless I'm like on my 3rd cup. But it was a struggle staying awake. I could have probably gotten more in that first sprint if I wasn't fighting sleep. So, but day 2 is a wrap of this experiment. Bring on day 3. Let's go. See how it goes. Hello. Good morning. I am getting a very late start to my morning. It is now not the time I showed you before. It is 10:24. My intention was to start this at 8 something this morning. And then it got pushed to 9 something, and then here we are. So, on the plus side, I don't have to go anywhere today because my daughter does not have in-person class today. So, yay, there's that. So, I've gotten my coffee, as you saw. Got my outline out and ready, and got the timer pulled up and we're ready to go for my first of 4-hour-long sprints today. Last day of this experiment. I have some interesting thoughts so far, but we'll see if this day changes anything. But I'll share those later. Okay, bye. Oh, hello. So I finished my first hour sprint. I did stop it once or twice because I saw something shocking on the news that threw me for a loop. So I stopped it like 2 times. But I did ultimately, which is why it's 12:08 when I'm finishing this hour-long sprint that was supposed to be done before 12 o'clock. Anyway, so I got 1,343 words on my Mackenzie Brown novel, which I like. And now, as you saw, I'm about to take a break and watch my friend Des, her vlog, and I may hop in the shower before the next sprint. I may wait until after the next one. I don't know yet. I am lounging today, so of course lunch probably should be made. I may have another cup. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm taking a break right now. That's what I'm doing. At least about a half hour because her vlog is 26 minutes. So enough time to watch that. But yeah, I'll be back for the next sprint. Goodbye. Hello, I'm back. Wrinkled and all. Gotten dressed. Still look a mess in the hair department. But it's fine. I am... Yes. Okay. I put my lunch in the oven. I'm going to make some fish sandwiches. I have to wait for the fish fillets to cook. Not real, well, I was going to say not real fish, but I guess it's real fish parts. The fish fillets out of the frozen food section. I'm just going to make a sandwich. But while I wait for that, I'm going to start on my next hour block. I'm, as usual, behind schedule, but it's 1:32. I was supposed to start this at like 12:45, no later than 1 o'clock, and it's 1:32. But anyway, why am I like this? Let's get to it.
Kelly Robinson, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so finished up the second sprint. Oh my gosh, it's only the second sprint at 2:50. Well, I finished at 2:47, so I'm on break until I was gonna say 3 o'clock. That's just not realistic. I need at least till 3:15, and then I'll do another hour, and then I'll need a 15-minute, and then I'll do another. Ooh, 3:15 to 4:15 take 15 minutes. Okay, I could do that. Okay, so I'm going to be on break until 3:15, and but in that sprint, I got 981 words in my outline. I've almost finished this outline. Like I'm nearing the end, wrapping up the whole entire story in the outline. It's getting confusing because I'm outlining the rest of it, but I'm like, wait, did this already happen? And I'm like, no, that happened in the chapter that I'm currently writing in the draft. It can get a little confusing, but I'm actually kind of having fun with this hopping around in different projects. I should have done this years ago. Well, no, to be fair, I've tried and it didn't work then, but for some reason it's working now. I just hope it keeps working. I have some interesting insights after this experiment, but I'll share those with you at the end. Okay, bye. And now it's time for sprint number, I was about to say 3. Okay, sprint number 3. Okay, so I may have laid down for a 10-minute respite after that last sprint, and it's been longer than 10 minutes. So, anyway, here we are, 4:45. Time for the next sprint, the last sprint. Wow, that fourth sprint. Ugh. Okay, so that last sprint was probably my worst sprint of this whole entire experiment. I felt such sleepiness on that sprint. Um, that 4th hour is no joke, and it might affect how I do this routine going forward. But I got 690 words more in Mackenzie Brown for that last sprint, and I haven't totaled it up yet, but I'll give you the totals when I wrap this whole thing up. But for now, I'm done with this experiment for now. Bye. So, there you have it. My experiment with the kitchen timer method. Um, I actually, trying to find my notes here, was very pleasantly surprised with how this experiment turned out. I think this is something that I could see myself doing long term in the new year, or just permanently making it my routine. Be out now with the caveat that I may stick to just 3 hours, and maybe if it's a really good day, I'll do the 4th hour because that 4th hour. It's a struggle when I get to that 4th hour. So, but surprisingly, my word count increased over the 3-day period. Now I'm not sure if that's fair because technically on day one of the experiment, I only worked on my writing projects in two of the sprints. Um, the one of the sprints I did admin, household chores type of thing as a productivity sprint, and in the last one I did video editing. So I only worked on the writing for two of those sprints. So I'm not sure if I would have gotten more words on day one had I worked on my writing projects for all four sprints. But I did work on them for all four sprints in day 2 and 3. And I got a total of 3,606 words for day 2 and 3,998 words for day 3. I know I should have just wrote 2 more words to make it 4,000, right? But that would have been sort of kind of cheating. And I didn't want to do that. I got 1,824 new words in Mackenzie Brown novel on day 2, and I got 2,033 new words in Mackenzie Brown on today, the third day. I got 850 words in When Love Calls, new words on day 2. I got 984 new words on When Love Calls on day 3. In the outline, I got 932 words for the Mackenzie Brown outline that I still have to finish. It's almost done. It's almost there. I got 932 words on day 2. And in day 3, I got 981 words. So, yeah, overall, my word count increased as each day went. So I can only imagine maybe it would increase if I did this long term. It might surprise you when I say this for my fellow night owl people. I think this could make me a daytime writer. Now, hold on. I'm still a night owl at heart. I still probably will not go to bed any sooner than I've gone to bed before. But here's why I said that. Because even though getting the words is actually a little bit of a struggle during the day, I still got them. But I'm pretty sure if I did this routine in the evening, maybe I should try that. If I did this routine in the evening, I think I would actually get more words because my creativity flows better in the evening. However, here's why I say I think I might become a daytime writer, because I find that when I get the words in the daytime, in doing this experiment, that I felt kind of a weight lifted off of me by the time the evening got here, and I could enjoy my evening more knowing that I had already written for the day. And I think I probably would have felt that way even if I didn't write a lot of words. But like I could read a little more freely. I sneak in reading whenever I can anyway, but sometimes I feel like, oh, I should be writing when I'm reading because I haven't gotten my words for the day yet, and I should probably be writing instead of reading right now. But I didn't feel like that in this experiment because I had already gotten my work done for the day in those concentrated 1 hour long sprints. And so by the time the evening, it's like, oh, I can work on my little arts and crafts project, or I could read, I could just watch TV and not feel, guilty is probably the wrong word, but not feel like, oh, I can't fully engage in this TV program or this movie or my arts and crafts because I need to get to the words because it's my time to write now because it's the evening. And I don't always like feeling that way, even though the words flow a little better at night. I always feel like it limits the other things I can do. And this will go towards, in the new year, adding arts and crafts into my daily or maybe, well, at least weekly regimen, because I'm discovering doing arts and crafts makes me really, really happy. And I need every little bit of happiness I can get. So I'm like, okay, if I do some arts and crafts in the evening, I still fulfill I still exercise that creativity in me, and I still get ideas in the evening, so that doesn't really change. Or I could do brainstorming in the evening, but I'll have my work, my writing, my novel work in the drafts that I'm working on done by the time the evening gets here. And I kind of like that feeling of just being done by a certain time of day. By dinner time, I'm already done with the words. And I'd gotten so used to writing at night and so used to that being when the creativity flowed well that I just, I just always chalked it up to I'm a nighttime writer. That's just it. There's no changing it. And this just goes to show you change. Even me, even me, I can change. I mean, no, it's not nixing the idea of writing at all on a sprint or whatever if the ideas come, but there won't be the pressure. Like before, if I saved up my writing for the nighttime, but then for some reason I was just exhausted or tired physically by the time the nighttime got here and too exhausted to write, then that means I got no words done. But at least, even if the words are a struggle during the day, at least with this routine, if I get 500 words on a day and like I'm tired from something else by the time the evening gets here, then I would have at least gotten some words already. So I love that. And I might just be a daytime writer now. Who knew? And also, it allows me to, when I'm on a stream, there's also not that inherent pressure like I haven't gotten any words done today. I need to write, but I also need to fix dinner and I need to do laundry and I do all these other things that I usually do in the evening along with needing to write. So with this experiment, I think it worked out really, really well. Better than I thought it was gonna work out. I really didn't think that I would like this experiment, to be honest. I thought that, oh, I don't write in the daytime, and the only way this really works is if I do it in the daytime, and I can't really practice this experiment on the streams because no one does an hour-long sprint. So the hour-long time was the time block I was going for. So I'm like, I have to do this in daytime. It's not gonna work because even though I can write in the day, the words don't really but the trade-off is I get the ease of enjoying my evening. And I really enjoyed my evenings for these 3 days of this experiment. Like I had gotten my words done. I felt accomplished. If I did nothing else in the day, I accomplished my words already, however few or many that they were. And it just so happens I got some reading done in the evenings, and I did some crafting and enjoyed some TV shows that I need to catch up on. I entertained the thought of watching a movie, but I didn't get to that. But I think this could really be my routine going forward, unless I find a better one, but who knows. But that's it. That's going to be it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more videos from me, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I post videos on Mondays and Thursdays. I live stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If there's any other experiments you want to see me try out, I'm game to try some, so just let me know what they are. And as per usual, if you would like to be supportive in any of my creative endeavors, such as my blog site, my online magazine, my online store, or my Ko-fi page, all of those links can be found in the description box below. Until next time, have a blessed day. Bye.